Hello everybody. Angie here. I'm coming on to do a Margaret Miller Collage Challenge collage with you guys today. So I thought I would knock another one of these out with y'all. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Hope everybody's well. Please excuse my nails. Broke a couple nails off yesterday doing yard work. I'm gonna get them fixed as soon as I can, but today's just not the day. I wanted to get a video done, so that's more important. All right, so I hope everybody's doing well. I am up to week 18. We are going to run through these prompts and put together a little something. So for today, it's a postal item, a piece of newspaper, money, a water stain or smudge of some kind, and a floral pattern. And then for a bonus, it's instructions. Okay, so I've got some papers and stuff here, and we're going to see what we can come up with. Now, for a piece of newspaper, I don't have newspaper, okay? But I found this, and it's got writing, so I'm just going to use that, okay? And this is actually a 2-in-1, or actually a 2-in-1. So I'm going to use a piece of this for newspaper. It's going to replace that. And then for instructions, if you could see right here, it's got the instructions for sign language. So I thought we would use that, okay? So I'm going to cut that out because I want it to be as 2 separate pieces because it's 2 separate prompts. And we're going to work with that today. All right, so let's see what we can come up with. I'm working out of just an old receipt book. And then I grabbed some book page just to have a little extra. And then it got me to thinking too, I just grabbed a couple pieces and there's an image on here. And with the prompts that I have, I'm probably going to need a focal image, so I may just use that. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with, I grabbed a few other things as well. Let's cut this and get a straight line first, because I think I'm going to tear it, and we'll tear it in this direction. So let's see where I need to cut this down at. About there. Is that big enough? A little bit too big, so cut it on the inside of that line. Okay, and that's a postal item right there too, so that works. So I've got more than one. Okay, so I was thinking that. Now for a floral pattern, I have a couple different pieces here. This is just a leftover packaging from some stickers that I got, and then I had this little piece of scrap. So maybe we could use both. And then I have a lot of pink. I just noticed I grabbed a piece of pink scrap paper. Why don't we do something like, trying to think here. Okay, let's start with cutting this down. Okay, cut these the same height. Those will overlap, so I want to tear that down a little bit. Take away some of those straight edges. All right, let's start putting this down. See what we can come up with here. I can't cut a straight line to save my life, can I? Oops, there goes my glue stick. I'll put this one on this side. I'm going to put a little ink on that torn edge though. I'm trying to get every little bit of ink I can out of this pad. It's almost shot. Let me grab my glue stick that I dropped. Okay, let's put this down. Put this over here so I don't drop it again. Okay. This thing's just rolling all over the place. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Now, I've got this little bit left over. Let's use a piece of it. Over on this side. Okay, that'll work. All right, so we're going to use that for newspaper. So that's piece of newspaper. That's one prompt. Okay, then postal item. I grabbed this little die cut of a postcard. We're going to use that. For money, I've got some play money from a Monopoly game. Had to search for that. That was gifted to me some time ago, so it's good to be able to use that. Now, a water stain. Let's see, how can we do that? Should we... Or smudge, right? Water stain or smudge. So we're just going to use some more ink. And we're going to smudge some ink on here. I'm trying to get what I can out of here. Let's try and carry some over to this side. This thing is about shot. Okay, there we go. So that's a smudge, but we're going to do water stain as well. I've got my water sitting right here. So what we're going to do, let me see, do I have a napkin? Let me grab a napkin. Okay. And I'm going to put just a dab of water in my lid. And then I'm going to use my finger and flick a little water on there. I don't know how well the camera is going to be picking that up, but you see the process, right? All right. And then I'm going to dab it away. see it there a little bit. Should we do a little bit more? Okay. All right. Pulled away quite a bit, so there's some water stains in there. We got it. Okay, so that's 2 prompts. And then we need floral pattern, money, and instructions. So for the instructions, I'm going to use this. I don't want to cover up that torn bit, so what if we just do layer something here? Let's see. Let's cut that down. Let's cut it down to the size of this, I think. That works. Okay. And we can even use a bit of this too. Let me cut that down. Same also. We don't need that whole bit. Let's see. Let's just use a piece of it. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's hit this with a little, but I don't want that straight edge on this one. Let's tear that. So hopefully the ink will take to it a little bit better. Can't have too many straight edges. Guys, I've got to break down and buy some ink. I've got other colors, but I guess I'm gonna have to pull one of those out. All right, let's put this down. This is double-sided. I just realized which side I want to use. Let's use that side. Okay, and then we'll put that right there. Oh, and I got to get this in there as well somewhere. I think we'll go right there. Put that down. Okay, so now we've got instructions, floral pattern, we've got the water stain, we've got the money, we've got the newspaper. So now we need postal item, and that's it. Okay, but yeah, this is just layering papers, so we do need some type of a focal image. So let's do this. And I had this. We can use that as a cover that up. Let's see. Just cut this down. I want those little flowers to peek out, but I want to cover up the print from the packaging. That might be too much. Yeah, I'm thinking that's too much. All right, I like this brick portion, so I'm gonna take a couple strips. And put some on the outer edges. It just bothers me. I pulled this stuff out to use, so I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to use it. All right, and I just put a couple pieces like that to make that kind of stand off of the page a little bit. I feel like I need something inside that square. Nope. That'll work. We're going to do a little smudge in there as well. That'll work. Okay, let's put that down. And that. Everything's kind of really straight. Kind of bothers me. And let's go for it. Trying to decide where I want it. Right there. Okay, that's all the prompts. Postal item, we've got a postcard. Piece of newspaper, we're using this background paper there. Money, we've got some Monopoly money. Water stains and smudges, we've got that. A floral pattern, we've got that. And we've got a floral sticker as well. And for a bonus is the instructions, which is the sign language. All right, that is going to be done for today. A lot of layering, a lot of papers. Not too shabby. All right, guys, that is week 18. Thank you for stopping by my channel. I hope you guys liked the collage today. As always, take care, God bless, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.